All right, Brandon, 5 for 5. Those are not easy to come by, second in your career, but what goes into having a day that is as successful as that?
I mean, just trusting preparation that, what you're doing is working. And, even after a night like last night where I hit, balls hard, but, had nothing to show for it, just that, you're doing the right things. And when you take that into the game, you never know what can happen. I got a broken bat base hit to start it off, and then, got the bunt and just kind of gets you going. And then that home run makes you feel good. And then just trying to battle and really just try and help the team out the rest of the time. But, it's awesome. It's something I'll never forget. I remember the last time I did it in 2018 in Camden Yards, and I won't forget this one either.
That home run came at a pretty big time for this team, and in the dugout, I heard a lot of guys that were a little extra excited based on what happened with Max. How big was that home run overall based on, again, what had just taken place?
Yeah, I think it just gave us some momentum back. The air had kind of been taken out of us a little bit by Max getting ejected, and he's our guy. We rally behind him, and for him to leave the game, it's tough, because then it really puts our bullpen in a bad situation, and so. I was glad I was able to help out there and come through. I was just trying to have a quality at bat and pass it on to the next guy, and got a good changeup to hit there, and hit it really well. But it was big. It was just a momentum shifter for us to get the lead and be like, kind of those guys were fired up in there, and just kind of get it back on our side.
Brandon, overall, from day one, you've been getting on base at the normal Brandon Nimmo clip. You had talked about, though, wanting to do more in terms of the batting average and hitting the baseball. Yeah. This trip, what has been doing so well for you?
I don't know. I've just been finding the barrel, and I've just been trusting that process, that if I find the barrel, good things are going to happen. And, I've gotten lucky a few times. There's no doubt about it. But you put the ball in play and good things happen. You're playing and good things happen, and that's kind of been my mantra the last 2 years, is like good things can only happen if you're on the field. And so just trying to stay on the field and find the barrel and just not take it too complicated, and just trust what Jeremy and I worked on in the off season of just kind of trying to, cut fat out of my swing and make it as simple as possible, because, I am talented with the bat on the ball and my good eye and being able to keep the ball in the strike zone. So I just thought there was more in me, and this road trip has shown a little bit of that, but it's baseball. It's a long season. It's going to be ups and downs, and you just try and remember that coming into each and every day.
Well, another series win. Brandon Nimmo, thanks so much for the time.
Thanks for having me.